Hello, everybody. Let's begin. Child's pose. Sink your hips back to your heels, your knees open wide, your palms press flat, and forehead to the floor. Rock your hips side to side and let your belly relax between your thighs. Slow and deep breaths, focusing on you for the next 20 minutes. Side stretch. Walk your fingertips over to the right side of your mat. Stack your palms and sink your left hip bone back. Walk your hands over to the left side and sink your right hip bone back. When you're ready, you'll walk your hands back to center. Cat and cow. Inhale up to tabletop position. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Inhale, arch the back and lift the chest. Exhale, round the spine and push the floor away. Each inhale, you grip with your fingers and press your heart forward. Each exhale, you push down with the tops of the feet and your shins. Inhale, full breath. And exhale, belly tight. Inhale, arch the spine. And exhale, round down. Now start to shift the weight in circles, stirring your shoulders over your wrists. Circles in the other direction. Wrist stretch. Sink your weight back on your heels and curl your toes under. Now flip your palm and gently press down. Switch hands. And one more time on each side. Modified plank to child's pose. Sink the hips forward in line with shoulders and knees, and then press back into a child's pose. Inhale, come forward to the modified plank position, and exhale back to child's pose. Do a few on your own. Up dog to child's pose. Drop the hips and lift the chest. Push down with the hands. Exhale, back to your child's pose. Inhale, come forward to an up dog position. Exhale, back to child's pose. Inhale, up dog. Lift the chest, squeeze the shoulder blades back, and exhale, child's pose. On your inhale, find upward dog. Hold here. Exhale, back to child's pose. Hip flexor stretch. Tall kneeling position, step your left foot forward. Press hands on the thigh and sink the hips. Small pulses. Feeling a stretch in the front of the right hip flexor. Hamstring stretch. Curl your toes under, sink your hips to your heels. Press the hands to the floor. Tilt forward with a flexed foot. Twist. Inhale, come forward into a kneeling position. Sink your hips low and hold. Stack the ankle under the knee. On your next breath, reach arms overhead, biceps by ears. Lift the chest, mini back bend. Saw your left thigh with your left forearm and twist. Option to bind. Rotate the shoulders, lengthen the spine, belly tight. On your next breath, we twist in the other direction. Cross the right arm in front of the body, forearm to thigh, prayer hands to chest, press down against your leg to twist. Release. Hamstring stretch. Sink your hips back, and this time stack your hip over your right knee. So your hips are elevated. Your left foot is flexed. Try to find a flat back. Hinge forward. Dragon twist. Shift the weight forward into your left foot. Place both hands inside. Now turn your left toes open and let your knee drape away. Plant your palms down firmly. Now lift the chest, find a flat back. Adding the twist, left hand to your left thigh, look over your left shoulder and press the thigh away even further. Release. Hamstring stretch. Curl your toes under, sink your hips back. And now your left foot is out at a 45-degree angle from your body. We're targeting a different stretch. Release. Pigeon. Grab your left ankle and place it on the right side of your mat. Let your knee drape so that your shin is parallel to the front edge of your mat. This is a great counter for our hinging from doing swings. I like to make 2 fists so I'm a little bit more elevated, and I press down with my knuckles to lift the chest. Lower the right hip bone 1 inch. Just a few more moments here. Hamstring stretch. Sink your hips over to the left side and take a seat. Your left heel to your groin and your right leg is extended. Place both hands right in between thighs and small pulses for a groin stretch. And when you're ready, pivot to face your right leg and small pulses for a hamstring stretch. Try to ensure your shoulders are squared off to your thigh. Just a few more. Twist. Press your right elbow against the inner thigh. Left hand to the sky. Twist and open up the chest. Reach fingertips a little bit taller. Steady breath here. Really drive with the forearm. And now bring bicep by ear, reaching toward your toes. On your inhale, release to a child's pose. Knees to the mat, big toes touch, hips to heels. Take a few rounds of breath. Feel the difference in your hips. Sphinx. Slide your chest forward. Stack your elbows under your shoulders. Press down into the mat and lift the chest. Open the heart. The tops of your feet actively press down. Your belly is actively pulled in. Swan. Release your chest down, tent your fingertips, elbows to the sky. On your inhale, head and chest lift, and exhale, lower. Do this about 3 or 4 times. This is an excellent counter to the swing. All of the hinging opens and counters as we open the hip flexors. Your belly is tight the whole time. Release to a child's pose. Hip flexor stretch on the other side. Step your right foot forward. Hands to the thigh. Shift the weight forward and small pulses. Try to keep the hips level. Hamstring stretch. Curl your toes under, sit back on your heel, and then chest comes forward. Try to pick up your quad muscle. Twist. On your inhale, shift the weight forward into a kneeling position. Stack your knee over your ankle. Inhale, arms reach overhead. Start here in a little mini back bend. Lift the chest. Biceps by ears. Hips lower 1 inch. Saw your right thigh with your right arm. You can grab your ankle and you can wrap your opposite arm behind your back for the bind. Look over your left shoulder, using your right leg as support. When you're ready, twist on the other side. Cross your left arm, drive your thigh and elbow together, press the palms in front of the chest, and rotate over your right shoulder. Hamstring stretch. Both hands to the mat on either side of your leg. Shift the hips back, but keep the hips over your left knee. This is a deeper hamstring stretch. Don't forget to pull up your quad muscle. Dragon twist. Place both hands on the inside of your right foot. Shift the weight forward and let your right knee drape open to the side. Toes turn out wide. Press through the ground to lift the chest. Think of a mini back bend to find a flat back. Twist. Press your right hand against your right thigh. Look over the right shoulder. Release hamstring stretch. Place both hands on the inside of your right foot. Your right toes and leg are out at a 45-degree angle. Sink the hips back. targeting a different part of our hamstring. Pigeon. Grab your right ankle and move it to the left side of your mat. Your shin is parallel to the front edge. Stay up tall, maybe on your fists or your palms. Lower the left hip bone 1 inch. Breathe here. Think tall, belly braced, chest forward. When you're ready, we'll release to the right side to take a seat with our left leg extended. Place both hands in between your thighs, starting with a groin stretch. Bend the elbows and small pulses here. I'll turn to face the front so that you can see better. When you're ready, pivot, face your thigh, hands on either side and small pulses. Toes are flexed back. Pull up the kneecap, activate the quad. Side stretch. Press your elbow against your inner thigh. Reach your opposite hand to the sky and look up. Really drive against your leg to turn the torso so that your heart can face upwards. On your next breath, reach overhead, look under the armpit, feel a stretch in the side of the body. Inhale to come up. Child's pose. Vinyasa. We'll do 3 of them. On your inhale, find a downward facing dog. Pedal your heels out, bend one knee, then the other. Try to open your chest. Maybe you bend your knees a lot, and maybe you can straighten your legs and press your heels down. Inhale to high plank. Modify with the knees on the mat. Exhale to low push-up. Inhale to upward facing dog. Exhale back to downward facing dog, 3 breaths. You'll do 2 more together. Inhale to high plank. Exhale, low push-up. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. 3 breaths. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, low plank. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, back to down dog. Ragdoll. Walk your feet towards your hands. Bend your knees a lot and let your torso drape over. Maybe rock side to side. Nod your head yes and shake your head no. Roll up one vertebrae at a time. At the top, inhale, arms reach overhead, and exhale, hands come through heart center. Inhale, arms reach, and exhale through heart center. Last breath. Inhale, arms reach, mini back bend, and exhale out the mouth. Taking a moment to thank you for joining me, let me introduce you to my mother. Mom's been doing this class with me the whole time. Say hi. We'll see you next time.